It's a potted plant. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Luisa or Smurp, and today I'm doing a April TBR jar pick video. I'm not sure the name of the video yet, but like the jar decides my TBR for April. I just want to say I am a mood reader through and through. I've never had a TBR, but I have a lot of physical books right now and I want to get through them. So I thought it'd be fun to like have a prompt to like choose what to read through the months. I'll leave wiggle room for myself so I can read like whatever I want to in between, but like whatever TikTok recommends. But yeah. I made this jar. You've probably seen that part already. Editing me inserted it somewhere. Who knows? And now I get to choose. This is another day, by the way. Because I made it and then I did film the video, but I felt uncomfortable with how I filmed it and how I was doing it while editing it. So I decided to do it again. So it is April 6th. I have read one of the books already. I'm not going to lie. The prompt was, where is it? I think I put it back. But one of the prompts was a book I couldn't resist buying. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I started doing this video. I did it another day, and then like at night, and I was in my pajamas and I had no makeup on and I looked terrible and I was very self-conscious about it, so I decided to redo this video. But I already had like a book that I was starting to read, which was Fourth Wing. It was a book I couldn't resist buying. So that's the prompt. The thing is, I already read it, but I'm still gonna count it because it was in my original TBR. I'm being honest. I'm not cheating. But yeah. So I'm gonna like go through. This is the only one I've already read. Everything else I'm gonna read. It's gonna be so I'm gonna like pick the prompts and then choose the books based on the prompts. I'm gonna do, okay, so I want to read 120 books this year. Why 120 books? Because last year I read 119. So I was like, I could do 120. But I am 3 books behind schedule. So to read 120 books, I have to read 10 books per month, which is a lot. So I'm gonna do, I think, 10 prompts, assuming that I won't read like 2 of them, and I'll like switch them up for like something else that I want to read, like in the mood for, because I am a mood reader. But I'm gonna do the 10 prompts and then see like if I can read them all. Like that's gonna be like also a challenge because I never like to be told what to do. That includes myself. So the first prompt is couldn't resist buying. I already have the book for that, but this is prompt. And then I can't. The second prompt is could you see? A book written by an author with your initials. Oh, that's interesting. So L would be like the writer. Okay, and then I picked out two by accident, so I'm gonna go with both of them. The next prompt is, I'm really bad at opening this. Has a number in the title. Damn, this is gonna be harder than I thought, because I can't think of off the top of my head any book that has a number in the title. Well, anyway. And then the next one that came with that one was this one. And it is part of a series. Okay. Part of a series. That's 4. I have 5 and 6 here. Oh, and 7. I grabbed 3 by accident. Punctuation in the title. So like exclamation point, mark, sorry, or question mark. Okay. Then next up is, I forget to look at the camera. It has a purple cover. Oh, I like the color ones. I don't know, when I wrote these, I don't know what book I had in mind, but these are fun. And then, wait, let me just put this in order. A graphic novel! Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Can I count mangas as graphic novels? Because I think I'm gonna do that. And then, this is number 8. Came from the jar. I like this because it looks like a pirate bottle. Like you can find it at sea. Which is dumb, but like, it makes me giggle. Body of water on the cover. Okay. Damn. Body of water on the cover. Really making me think. And then number 9 and number 10. Sorry, they came together. A non-fiction book. I like reading non-fiction sometimes. It depends on the book, but I'm really bad at like reading non-fiction. Like I'm really bad at reading non-fiction. And then the last one is a book you know nothing about. Most of my books are like that. I like to know nothing about them, so that's gonna be pretty easy. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna look for the books, come back, and see what I come up with. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I did the best I could do with what I was given. Some of these were harder than others. Some of these are like technicalities, I think. Like, I don't feel like it counts, but it is what it is. So, as you know, the first one is couldn't resist buying. That's the first prompt. And I had Fourth Wing. Because when I was in the store, I was about to check out with like another book. And I saw this one, and I was with a friend, and I was like, I have to buy it. I cannot. It was not an option. I left the book that I was going to get, and I bought this one. And Iron Flame. But, that's neither here nor there. So, this is the first one in my TBR. I already read it. But, like, I read it this month. Like, I started it like the 1st, and I finished it this month, so it counts like this month, I'm gonna say. So where do I put them so that, like, you can see them and they look pretty? Here? Can you see that? So that's the first one. Then the second prompt was a book written by an author with your initials. So I went with L because that's my first name. And the only author whose name starts with an L was Lynn Painter. And I chose The Love Wager, which I'm really excited to read about. I believe this is romance, which I usually read on my phone or on a Kindle, so it's gonna be fun like reading it in like a physical format. And I believe this is like a bet. I don't know much about it. Okay. I want to clarify, I usually like to go into my books blind. I buy them or I get them because someone recommended them to me, or I saw a TikTok, like a little spoiler about it, like a scene, and I was like, I want that book, or I want to read that book, and I read it. That is how I work. So by the time like I get them, sometimes I forget what they're about. This one, I believe, is like they make a bet to see who can get like find love for first, I think. And like they're each other's wingman and wingwoman because they tried dating and realized not for them, like each other. And what else? Oh, I just read the back. They agreed to be fake date. There's also like the fake dating trope, so I'm actually really excited about this book. So this is the second one that I chose. I haven't read that one. And then a number in the title. This was so hard to find. Like I went through like my books here, and I didn't want, because I have like What's Wrong with Secretary Kim 1, 2, and 3, and I was like, no, that doesn't count, even though it's like the title says 1, 2, and 3. So I found this book that I haven't read that's called Contar de Siete en Siete by Holly Goldberg Sloan. I don't remember what this is about. I remember like I read the back of it and I was like, I'm interested, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna read it. It's in Spanish, so I bought it like on a whim. But I believe this is about a girl who is like super smart, but like something, like I read the first few pages and I know her, like I think her parents die in the first few pages, which isn't like that much of a spoiler because it's like literally in the first like page. And she like goes to live with her adoptive parents, and it's like she's 12, she has to like adapt to this new lifestyle. And I believe she has like this, I don't know if it's OCD, in which she has these little like things, for example counting from 7 to 7. I think it's one of them, and I think it's something about like her mental health also. Not quite sure. Still isn't the prompt about the book I know nothing about, so this says a lot. But it has a number. It actually has 2 numbers, the same one but twice. So that's the third one. This isn't necessarily like the order I'm gonna read them. Now I don't know if this is cheating. I mean, it's technically not, but it feels like it because I really want to read it, so I was like, it fits. But it says part of a series, right? And I just read Fourth Ring, so I got Iron Flame. I don't know why it feels like cheating. It's not. It's part of a series. Because I read one of them. Maybe I wouldn't have chosen this book if I hadn't read that one first. But it's a pretty sick book. And I finished Fourth Wing, and I really want to know what happens in like the sequel. So I can't tell you anything about this because you have to read Fourth Wing first. And I don't know anything about this one. Like, I barely know what's going on. Like, I have an idea based on what happened in the first book. So, yeah, but like, I'm not sure. So this is like what the fourth book. I'm being so descriptive right now. And then punctuation in the title. This one was so hard. So hard that I couldn't find a book. But I found a manga. So I chose What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, which has a question mark. It is in Spanish, ¿Qué le pasa a la secretaria Kim? Which has 2 question marks, because in Spanish you need one before the sentence starts and one after the sentence starts. So, this is the second book. I already saw the series. I didn't explain this like book or series, which is the K-drama, well when I like showed you that I bought this book. But what happens is, this is a guy who is like a very hard person to work with, and he has this secretary, Kim, who has been working for him, I think, for the last like, I don't know how many years, but she's the best secretary he's ever had. And one day, on a whim for him, she gives in her like 2-week notice and is like, I'm quitting. I'm just telling you, I'm quitting. And he goes absolutely crazy and is like, no, you can't quit. Like, you can't quit. Like, why do you want to quit? If you want more money, I'll give you more money. If you want like an apartment, I'll buy you an apartment. Like, whatever you want, just don't quit. Like, you cannot quit on me. And she says, there's no like reason why I'm quitting, except I want a personal life. I want to fall in love, and I want to like get married and things like that. So he says, I'll marry you. Like, and that's where the story like starts. And it's him trying to convince her to like not leave and get married, and they slowly fall for each other. And but there's like a little twist, that's not twist, but there's a subplot of like mystery behind them, and I find it really interesting, and I really like the series, the K-drama, so I know I'm gonna like this book, even though it's a manga, but I'm gonna count it as a book. So if you have a problem with that, I don't know what to say. There's really nothing much you can do about that. So this is the 5th book. And then we have Purple Cover. Again, this one was pretty hard to find. Except when I saw it and I couldn't unsee it. And that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I've been wanting to start reading like his books for a while now, and I think this is like a heist. I don't know much about this book in particular because again, I know nothing about the books that I buy. I do in the moment, but then I forget. I have really bad memory. But basically what I found doing research and where to start from his like many trilogies and sagas is the Mistborn series is where you should start, and this is the first book in the Mistborn series, so called Mistborn, and this is like where he recommends you to start reading his books. So I'm gonna start it. It's intimidating. It's pocket size, but the font is like so little. It's going to hurt my eyes to read this. But Yeah, I'm really excited to read this one. Scared and excited. But yes. And then for the next one was a graphic novel. Again, I don't think technically this counts as a graphic novel more than a manga, but is the manga a graphic novel in and of itself? I don't know. Or like, is a graphic novel? I think a manga is a graphic novel because it's graphic and it's a novel. So I chose Shikomori es más que una cara bonita, which is Shikomori is more than a pretty face, which is a book my friend lent me. She let me borrow it, and it's about this girl who's going out with this guy, and it's just like a slice of life book. It's a manga, sorry. It's not that like, yeah, it's not like that much of a like a, oh my god, it's such a plot. It's just slice of life, and I'm fine with it because I have pretty heavy books here. Well, actually not that many, but I said this one's okay, and that's what I chose as my prompt. And then next one was a body of water on the cover. Okay, so I didn't see the cover of the True Love Experiment. It has an ocean. So it's like drawn on, but it's an ocean. So that is the body of water I have chosen. And I believe this is about a writer and a production assistant. Yes, a production assistant, director, filmmaker, a documentary filmmaker who fall in love. There's more to it, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't remember quite well. But it's like, I believe it's a show where she's trying to like she's been preaching about like falling in love and these things, but she hasn't been practicing it. So I think she decides to make like a documentary about falling in love, but then she realizes she falls in love with the filmmaker, not like the people on the show. I think, I'm not sure. It could also be like she's the host. Not sure, but it has a body of water in it, so that counts over here. And then a non-fiction book. This one I was between two books because I only have two non-fiction books, because that's how I work. I do not read non-fiction most of the time, except for a few exceptions, which have been like amazing books. Like, I don't read non-fiction if I don't know it's gonna be like good, like amazing good. In Auschwitz no había Prozac. I don't know the name of this book in English, but this is the book. It's from Edith Eger, who wrote The Ballerina of Auschwitz, which was an incredible book. And this is about like surviving and like healing your wounds, and it's how to like live in liberty. I don't know, I think it's a self-help book that has a story in it, I hope, because I'm really bad at like self-help books. But it was really recommended to me, and it's non-fiction, so I chose it. And then last but not least, which I guess any of the books behind me would have counted as, a book I know nothing about. For this book, I chose a book I truly know nothing about, which is Mexican Gothic. What possessed me to buy this book, you may ask? No clue. What is it about, you may ask? No idea. What do you know? Someone's Mexican. Someone's Gothic. It's a book. So I got it. I don't know. I think it was one of those purchases where I was like, I got anxiety and I was like, I can't leave the bookstore empty-handed because they're gonna think I was like a weirdo and they're gonna think I stole something, when I had like a tiny purse and I was like just walking around like the bookstore and I was like, no, I need to buy something. So I bought this book. But I think it was really popular at some point. I don't know what it's about, but I think it's like, I don't think this is a romance. I don't know if this is a thriller. I don't know anything about this book. So it fits the prompt. So yeah, these are the 10 books that I chose as my TBR books. Reads. And yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books. I don't know if I'm gonna make it because I'm really bad at reading what I'm told to read, even if I tell myself I'm a mood reader. What am I in the mood for? But I think I have like a quite a various large selection, so I think I'll be fine. But anyway, that was the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the dynamic of this, because I have a lot of prompts here. So, and I probably, if this goes well, I'll do this again. If this doesn't go well, I might not do this again. But yeah. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you like this video, subscribe, comment below. It just helps me know that you like it and I'm not insane and talking to a camera in my room, which I am. But that someone's behind that camera. That's the nice thing to think about. So, yeah. Thank you. Bye.